Hi guys, so I thought I'd just do this quick little overview just to give a bit of an explanation for this video. Just been editing it now and I thought there's a lot of things that we don't mention and I think I need to explain some bits before we get into it. So video is about a church that we visit when we were in the Pyrenees. There's a location called Lourdes, and we'd heard about it from a program that we watched about 2-3 years ago. It was by Zac Efron called Down to Earth, and it's the French episode where basically they're talking about water. And we watched this I think 4 years ago or something when it first came out, and oh god, I'm really nervous about this because I'm going to be talking about something that's really personal and I never really share. So anyway, this program is about this church called the Sanctuary of Our Lady, and it's a pretty special church. It's like the highest, I've written some notes, the most healing shrine in the world. Basically a lot of miracles have been recorded at this church. I think it's, say 70 miracles have been recorded so far. I think it was built in 1858 by a vision of Mary Magdalene appeared. I'm so nervous. Fucking hell. This vision of Mary Magdalene, Our Lady, appeared to a very impoverished girl who she herself had a lot of issues, health issues, and basically the vision, which she appeared many times, but this vision basically told her to start digging in this grotto area, and basically from nowhere this spring came about, and then in a few days basically people started to bathe themselves into the waters, and quite soon afterwards they basically said that they were cured of all their ailments. And then basically a church was built on this site, and basically the rest is history. But so to date there's been 70 miracles that have been recorded. 7,000 actual miracles have been associated with the waters, but basically someone can make the claim and then it'll be investigated by the doctors, but then it goes through another threshold, which is the Catholic Church then say whether or not it's actually a miracle. And apparently that bit is the hard bit, where it takes 10 years from the time the claim is made to ensure that basically it's not just a short-term relief, it's a long-term relief. So loads of different miracles. I actually would really say go and watch this Zac Efron thing. It's really interesting about exactly where water comes from and how much we're putting in our bodies and what we're putting in our bodies. But anyway, so this church we knew about, but then suddenly when we were driving I was like, oh, I think we're in Lourdes and I'm pretty sure that's where that church was. So we randomly had gone to this campsite and then we thought there's mass at we'd heard it was every single night at 9 o'clock. So we left Mary in the van and we went kind of unprepared as to what exactly we were going to see. And yeah, anyway, the reason why I'm saying all this is because you'll see towards the end of the video I drink some of the water and then I'm like, I've given it a shot. And the reason is because I have a quite a bad autoimmune disease, which basically autoimmune disease can come in various shapes and sizes. Mine basically is my skin attacks itself, my immune system, sorry, attacks my skin, and I get a form of basically, it's called Nodular Prurigo, the particular variant that I have, and it's quite a rare skin disorder disease, and I've had it for I'd say 17 years. And I won't go into it, but basically something in my life basically triggered it. Maybe I've always had it, but I never had it whilst I was growing up, and I got it basically in my late teens. So yeah, it's been pretty crap really throughout all of my time at uni and whatever. I've had this, and it's, I mean, there's so many worse things in life. I mean, this is nothing compared to some people, the hand they get dealt. But the thing is, it's not just you know, appearances. Yes, it's horrible. It's all over my particularly all over my arms and hands. I've got some on my body and legs, etc. But it's just not a very nice thing to have, because it also affects other things such as my sleep. I've pretty much for the last 17 years not really slept well. I'd go a good 4 or 5 days during the week of not sleeping. I think I'd get, if I was lucky, I'd get an hour, and that was predominantly on my commute in and out of work. I think the lulling of the train used to make me sleep. Anyway, I'm really waffling. So yeah, so I've had this thing for a long time, and I've had many different medications tried on me. Essentially, there's no cure. Autoimmune diseases don't really have cures. But I've been on a horrible drug. Basically it's an immunosuppressant drug. It reduces your immune system. They usually give it to people who've had organ transplants so that your body doesn't reject the new organ. But basically this drug that I've been on for a very long time, it needs to get monitored so that they understand if my kidneys, it can really affect your kidney function, and I've had it a few times where my kidney function's really gone down, so they've taken me off the drug, and it's this cycle of being on and off, and yeah, it's not a nice drug, and it increases your chances of all sorts of crap. And when we were in France, I think I was in a pretty bad place with my skin. Again, really not sleeping, and in a van. That's another reason why we've got this separate bed, because I knew that there'd be times when I'd be wriggling and I'm waking up James, so I'd need a separate bed. So that's one of the reasons why the layout of the van is the way it is. But yeah, we saw that we were in this miracle cure place, and we thought, why not just go along? And yeah, something has changed. I'll explain at the end. I need to get a grip. Hey, so we are just on our way to the church. It's like 10 to 9. I think the procession starts at 9. So there's some people around, but it's not too busy. So I don't know why, but I'm feeling really like excited and a bit nervous. Right, you're supposed to wear your mask, so here we go. Apparently people find this quite spiritual, even if you're not necessarily religious. I don't know why, but I feel like I want to believe and I want it to actually do something. I didn't expect there to be this many people.
Comenzamos por profesar nuestra fe, la fe de la Iglesia.
This is from my daddy.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Credo in unum Deum, Patrem omnipotentem, Factorem Celi et terrae, visibilium omnium, et invisibilium. Et ex patre natum, ante omnia saecula.
Pour les chrétiens persécutés à cause de leur foi. Kyrie eleison. Pour les réfugiés, les exilés, les expatriés. Kyrie eleison. Pour les victimes d'abus et pour les coupables, implorons le Seigneur qui est venu sauver ce qui était perdu. Kyrie eleison. Pour qu'à l'invitation de Notre-Dame de Lourdes, nous apprenions à faire pénitence. Kyrie eleison.
Je vous salue Marie, pleine de grâce. Le Seigneur est avec vous. Vous êtes bénie entre toutes les femmes, et Jésus, le fruit de vos entrailles,
Well, gave it a shot.
Holy water.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it, how something like this actually makes you like
blessed art thou.
a little bit emotional. I actually feel like I'm on the verge of tears, which I know for me isn't that difficult. But yeah, and emotional.
Been thinking about your mum and my dad, haven't we?
Yeah, we bought an extra candle for them, but they all blew out. But I guess we were thinking about them. Don't be wasting water. Anyway, I'm glad we came.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of that. It's so surreal. And you actually walked in it, the atmosphere felt different. It felt, I don't know, it just felt, it's very weird atmosphere, well, very different atmospheres from anything I've done before. It was nice though. It was really nice.
Feel a bit calmer.
Yeah. I'm glad we went. It's not what I expected it to be, but then again I don't know what I was expecting.
No, that's the same actually.
I mean, you just stand in front of the church. A lot of the hymns and stuff I couldn't understand because they were in French or Italian.
Italian, I think.
And then you walk round in basically a big circle.
But it was, I think, the chanting or the hymns, I think. And then when everyone lifted up their candles, I don't know why, that just sent a shiver up my spine.
I was trying to just think of my dad,
Yeah.
but it was weird though as well, because like you got to what I think was the holy water, and you just got to drink some. I don't know what. I didn't think that was going to be there. I just thought unless that's just normal tap water, but
No, it said holy water.
People were filling like that into like big jugs, big plastic cartons, like to take home.
I don't know. I don't know whether to believe in miracles or is it a placebo effect or I don't know.
I'm glad we went. It's just I don't know what to make of it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's a bit different, isn't it? We're just gonna make our way back to the campsite now that we've been staying in. But well, it's a 40-minute walk, so I'm glad we came. And I don't think we'll ever experience anything like that again. But yeah, in one sense I'm feeling very like relaxed and calm, but in another sense I feel like something's winded me. I can't really explain it.
I feel very torn because it just brings up memories of like your loved ones that aren't here anymore.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there and make the way back. Right. So we went last year in very late October, and then we decided to come back to the UK in the November, and then in the December time, when I was visiting my dermatologists, they told me about this clinical trial. Now, the 17 years that I've had this disease, I've never ever had anything remotely been told of a clinical trial or anything. There's no new drugs. It's a skin disorder. Not a lot of money gets spent on skin disorders, and you know, there's much more important and life-affecting diseases than skin disorders. I would maybe argue that skin disorders can be quite debilitating. You know, sleep deprivation is horrendous. It can affect so many different things. But know that there are so many different worser conditions that have more investment than skin disorders and skin diseases. But yeah, so literally I'd say less than 2 months after visiting this church, I was told about this this clinical trial. Cut a long story short, this is not it's not a cure, this clinical trial that I'm on, but it's basically been this new drug that I've been given. It's basically an injection that I have to take every month, that I'm given every month, and it's basically like someone's just gone click, and it's been amazing. I honestly thought I'd be like living into however long. I honestly thought I wouldn't make it to like 40, 50 because of the horrible drug that I was on, and yeah, it's amazing. I actually would probably say, if I wasn't skeptical, I would actually say it is a bit of a miracle, because I've never ever had anything. It's like someone has just breathed this cool air on my skin. Like, there's nothing, there's not even a tingle, and I don't have to take horrible drugs, I don't have to take anything, I don't even take sleeping tablets anymore, and I'm sleeping like 10-11 hours every single day. It takes me 10 minutes to fall asleep, and it's been amazing. And I don't believe in religion, really. I believe that there is a higher being, I believe there's some sort of God, but I'm not really I don't really prescribe to any particular kind of body of this, I am this or I am that. But I don't know, I might be wrong, you know. People who are so set in their ways, we don't know. And I'm not attributing my skin being the way it is now to the waters or whatever, but I mean, who knows? And I believe in placebo effects, I do, but surely if you read up on the research, and I've done a lot of research on this church, surely, you know, we can't explain everything in the world. So who knows, maybe someone was looking down on me and thought, okay, let's introduce this drug. Let's make someone think that there's a drug to be made. I don't know, I can't explain it, but all I know is that this last 6 months that I've been on this clinical trial, it has been pretty life-changing. I honestly can't. I every time I really think about it, I think about how much it's changed my life, and the nodules on my hands have decreased. Like, this is, I mean, I know you can still kind of see it, you can see it on my arms, but this is nothing. This is nothing. I'll take this any day of the week. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking because I need a drink. But yeah, I hope this has been interesting anyway, and I'm in no way saying that, you know, go visit this church, you'll be cured, whatever. It's not like that, but we both of us were there, and we felt like a lighter feeling that I can still feel now. So what's the harm, I guess, is my point. What's the harm in believing that there might be something? So I hope this has been interesting, and yeah, if anyone is watching that you have any sort of skin disorders, there is hopefully something coming in the in the process of things, and yeah, there's hope. I'll stop talking now. I feel like I've had some sort of cathartic diary moment. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop talking.